Success often fails. It promises peace and delivers pressure. You hit the money, the titles, the applause, yet the quiet never comes. You climb, you arrive, and somehow feel emptier. Psychologists call this the arrival fallacy, when the dream doesn't deliver. I've seen it in others, and I've brushed against it myself. The culture of affluence sells freedom, but too often it becomes a prison of expectation and endless proving. In this video, we'll uncover why chasing success backfires, what science and philosophy reveal about the hidden cost, stress, disconnection, and the silent erosion of joy. And most importantly, the shift that breaks the cycle. By the end, you'll know how to stop measuring life by trophies and start building a life you can actually feel, present, connected, and real. I once heard a story from someone the world would call successful. They grew up poor and dreamed of the day when money would finally erase their pain. Every late night of work, every sacrifice was justified by that promise, and one day it came true. They had wealth, recognition, status, the house, the cars, the applause. All of it made them feel rich. But with time, the celebration faded. What remained was an emptiness deeper than before. Instead of joy, they found exhaustion. Instead of peace, anxiety. They realized the money wasn't enough because the problem was never just money. Success, stripped of meaning, exposed every fragile part of their inner world. And when the spotlight dimmed, they fell into depression. It was a shock to realize that achieving the dream left them more broken than chasing it ever had. But that's the harsh truth about success. It's a double-edged sword. If you don't know how to wield it, it will cut you. What this story reveals is something psychologists know well: the arrival fallacy. It's the painful disappointment that comes after reaching a long-sought goal only to find yourself unchanged or even emptier. Tal Ben-Shahar, who taught Harvard's most popular happiness course, explained that when we tie happiness to future achievements, we create an illusion that always collapses. The American Psychological Association has documented this too, showing how the culture of affluence produces higher rates of depression, anxiety, and loneliness. Why? Because every new level of success raises the expectations even higher, leaving no room for satisfaction. Instead of freedom, success becomes a treadmill: run harder, earn more, prove yourself again. The finish line never arrives. And what looks like success on the outside often hides a silent erosion of well-being on the inside. I know this not just from stories, but from my own life. As an entrepreneur, my income has always been tied directly to how much I work. The equation seems simple: more hours, more money. But here's the trap: I realized that chasing higher earnings often came at the expense of living. I'd push harder, sacrifice weekends, trade rest for late nights, and in the end, yes, the bank account grew. But I didn't feel richer. I felt drained. What good is having money if you're too exhausted to enjoy it? What good is success if it makes you a stranger to yourself, your family, your friends? That's when I understood. I don't want to be a slave to my own ambition. Because if success demands that I give up the very moments that make life worth living, then it's not success at all, it's just another form of bondage. This realization echoes wisdom far older than my own. Epicurus, writing over 2,000 years ago, taught that happiness is not found in endless desire, but in simplicity, friendship, and freedom from fear. The pursuit of wealth, he warned, is a trap because desires expand as quickly as they are met. Modern psychology has confirmed this. Research by Tim Kasser shows that when people chase extrinsic goals, money, fame, status, they consistently report lower well-being, more anxiety, and less satisfaction with life. In contrast, those who focus on intrinsic goals, meaningful relationships, personal growth, community experience deeper fulfillment and resilience. What both Epicurus and Kasser point to is the same truth. The value of success is not measured in trophies or income, but in the quality of our presence, our connections, and our capacity to live freely. So let's be clear, success itself isn't the enemy. Achieving goals, building careers, creating wealth, these can all be good things. The danger comes when success becomes the only thing, when it's treated as the measure of your worth. That's when it turns toxic. Because if your happiness depends entirely on the next promotion, the next deal, the next achievement, you're living in chains. Success stops being a path and becomes a prison. What matters is how you define it. Success that costs you peace, health, or connection is failure in disguise. But success that aligns with your values, that gives you time and space to live, can be a gift. The shift is not about rejecting ambition, it is about refusing to sacrifice the essence of your life on the altar of appearances. That's the real freedom. So, what actually sustains happiness? Decades of research and centuries of philosophy point to the same core: belonging, presence, and meaning. We are wired for connection. We thrive when we feel seen, valued, and loved, not when we're endlessly proving ourselves. True peace comes not from the applause of strangers, but from the warmth of genuine relationships and the stillness of a quiet mind. When you are present, even simple moments, a meal with a friend, a walk in the evening, laughter with family become treasures. These are not things you earn with success. They're available right now if you stop long enough to notice. Chasing status makes happiness fragile. Building presence and connection makes happiness durable. And that is the foundation success was always meant to serve but never replace. Here's a practice that might change the way you measure your life. The next time you catch yourself thinking, "Am I successful?" Pause and replace it with, "Am I fulfilled?" Or "Am I present?" Because success can be lost overnight, but fulfillment and presence are choices you can renew daily. Take a moment right now. Think of one thing you achieved recently, a project finished, a goal reached. Now, instead of asking if it made you successful, ask if it made you feel alive, connected, at peace. Did it give you more of the life you want, or did it steal it away? This shift in questioning can rewire your focus from chasing external approval to cultivating inner alignment. And over time, that habit of asking different questions can reshape not just how you see success, but how you live your entire life. The truth is, success without peace is failure. Success without connection is empty. And success without presence is nothing but noise. You deserve more than that. You deserve a life that feels real, not just one that looks impressive on paper. If this message resonated with you, I'd love to hear your story. Share in the comments, when have you felt the weight of chasing success and what did you learn from it? Let's start a conversation because your voice might inspire someone else who needs it today. And if you want more daily reflections on happiness, peace, and self-discovery, subscribe to Echoes of Light. Together, we're building a space where success isn't just measured by trophies, but by lives well lived, fully present, and deeply connected. That's a success worth chasing. Before you go, I want to leave you with a bonus practice. Tonight, take 5 quiet minutes and write down 3 moments from your day that had nothing to do with money or achievements, just moments that made you feel alive. Maybe it was a smile from a friend, the sound of rain, or the taste of your favorite food. Notice how these simple experiences carry a weight that no paycheck or promotion can buy. Keep that list. Tomorrow, add 3 more. Over time, you'll see a pattern. Happiness is not hidden in the next milestone. It's woven into the present. And when you learn to see it, even success itself feels lighter, because you're no longer chasing it to fill a void. You're simply living it.